Hi, I'm Tom Lydon, editor of ETF Trends here in Hollywood, Florida at the Inside ETF Conference, and I'm here with Heather Fisher, Tony Davidow from Charles Schwab. Folks, welcome, good to see you.
Great to see you as well, Tom.
Great to be here.
Exciting year, big flows in ETFs, and Schwab being the biggest custodian of ETFs within the world. More people have money in Schwab-related accounts than anywhere. Tell us what's going on, especially on the ETF platform, Heather.
Absolutely. So we've just invested a ton at Schwab in building our ETF landscape, and we saw 2015 as a banner year in terms of ETF flows, particularly on our ETF OneSource platform, the no transaction fee, no commission platform. Roughly 40% of our ETF flows this year went into that. And we saw it with both advisors and retail clients, our two big audiences, roughly 50-50 in terms of the flows. So it just grows, and grows.
So Heather, there's initially when you first started this a few years ago, you had selected issuers. It seems that every few months you're adding more issuers, and the number of issuers and the choices of ETFs within the NTF platform continues to grow.
Absolutely, and that's by design and by intent. We started with 6 fantastic partner providers. We're at 16 right now. So we continue to grow the platform because we continue to hear from clients, again, both retail and advisors, that that's what they're looking for. They're looking for diversity in terms of the providers, they're looking for diversity in terms of the type of products. Definitely passive, and of course smart beta as well. So some of our recent additions really focus on that area, and we've seen tremendous uptake and interest with clients in those types of products.
Well, you mentioned smart beta. Tony, this is your bailiwick. It's a big, hot term right now. A lot of people are using it. What are some of the exciting things that advisors are doing with the Schwab-related ETFs? Because, again, not only the NTF platform, but also your ETFs themselves continue to gain traction.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It used to be that you'd have to spend most of your time justifying do these strategies work, and I think now the dialogue has really shifted. It's how do they work and how do I distinguish? You know, smart beta is a catchy sort of name and a lot of people aren't too fond of it, but the reality is if you look under the hood, there's big differences. You know, smart beta includes strategies like equal weight and fundamental and low vol and momentum, and you can't group them all together. So we've actually done a lot of research and provided a lot of education to say, peel back the onion one layer at a time and start to really focus in on the differences. And I think it helps advisors make better informed decisions on how to use these strategies.
Well, you mentioned informed decisions. Schwab is great about education. And ETF-centric advisors aren't your old school advisor. They're new, they're young, they're innovative, entrepreneurial. What are you doing to communicate better with these types of advisors?
We absolutely are focused on that, and particularly with recent events, recent volatility, the events of August 24th, of course, we know that we really need to step up our education and information. So for example, we just had a webcast with our trading services desk, our trading desk, to educate advisors about ways to trade, when to trade, how to trade. And so we're really reaching out to them, not just about smart beta and other topics which are critically important as well, but how to use those strategies and when.
How do you communicate with them? How do they want to be? Is it webcasts or,
All of the above.
Okay.
We've used webcasts, we use workshops, we use events such as this to get our expert speakers out there in front of advisors to really get the message out there. So it's the full court press in terms of education.
And I would just say the Schwab Center for Financial Research, again, is an independent think tank within Schwab. Our primary focus is educating our consumers, whether they're the RAs or the retail clients. And like Heather, we've spent a lot of time creating videos, short articles, long white papers, but nothing really beats one-on-one. So we spend a lot of time out in the field meeting with clients directly, answering their questions and trying to anticipate what are the challenges they're having in using or distinguishing amongst these strategies.
Okay, and finally, we got to talk about fees. No transaction fees, that's fantastic as more and more adoption among advisors, but also the fees within the ETFs, and Schwab is a big proponent of less is more. So where is this going? Are we getting to the point where fees within ETFs just in general are going away, Tony?
I don't know the answer to that. I would say that, I look at it from a client's perspective. It's a very good thing if they can get these terrific strategies at lower price points. I don't know that it's beneficial to go to zero. I think that clearly what we've seen is the vanilla type strategies are lower priced. Smart beta strategies still command a premium. Sure. There's a little bit more work that goes into it. Yeah. But I think ultimately from a client perspective, it's good to have a more reasonable price point.
Yeah, well folks, thanks again. Congratulations on your continued success.
Thank you.